So in the ls function, we have seen basically that we can list all the variables which are present in the workspace, and on them we are working. Just to know all the present variables and have an idea that which variable name has been used, and sometimes we want to recollect what all variables are in there in the code. Next important function is rm function. This function is a built-in function and is used to delete an unwanted variable within our workspace. So mainly the syntax is rm, which stands for remove, and within the parenthesis we write variable name. So whatever is the variable name that we write, that variable is erased or deleted from the workspace. That is to clear the storage. An example is using the equal to operator. I have created a variable var1 and assigned a value hello. Likewise, I have taken a variable var2 and assigned a value hello again. And the third one is again a variable var3 and I have assigned a value hello, but here I am using the right word operator. Now I write rm var3, which means I am removing variable 3 from the workspace. So you can see next command is print var3, which means I am printing the value stored in var3. So when I write print var3 and I run the program, the output says error in print var3 because object var3 not found. Execution halted. So you can see over here, since I have removed the variable var3, I can see that the execution is halted. Now let's understand the concept of scope of a variable. Now we all know that there are two types of variables, global variable and local variables. As we all know that local variables are those variables which are confined to a particular function and they perform only within the function. Outside the function, those variables are not recognized by the program. On the contrary, if I create a global variable, these are the variables which exist throughout the execution of the program. It can be changed and accessed from any part of the program. So for example, I have created a global variable which you can see over here, global equals to 5. So global equals to 5 is what? This is a global variable, and then I have created a function f, and f is a function where I have taken a local variable with the same name as that of the global variable. So here you can see that the local variable is within the function and global variable is outside the function. So you can see over here that local variable is confined to a function and global variable is a variable which exists throughout the execution of the program. So this concept is very important as far as what is the location where we can find a variable and do we have the access rights to that variable or not. If a variable is needed in all the functions, it is a good practice to make it global. But if the variable is required in a function, then its life is only up to that function. Now let's take one example of global variable and see how we declare a local variable. So local variables are mainly declared inside a block. What is a block? A block is the piece of code which is written within the curly brackets. So here you can see func is my variable name which is equated to a function, and this variable is local to the function and cannot be accessed outside the main function. Which function? This outside the which variable? Age variable. So age is equal to 18. So you can see over here age is equal to 18 and I have written print age, and then I'm writing cat. After closing the bracket, I'm writing cat, which means print age is, and new line means age is printed and then new line, and then I'm calling the function func. Func is my variable, I'm calling that. So what it is printing? It is printing age 18. Age is 18 and 18 is my value which is printed, and now you can see over here that 18 is the value which is printed and ages is printed through the cat command which is outside the block of the function. So func function is using the local variable age and its values printed inside the function. Now let's have a look of global variable and understand the concept of global variable, and also understand what is the difference between a local variable and a global variable. So you can see over here that as the name suggests, global variables can be accessed from any part of the program. From anywhere I can access the global variable. They are available throughout the lifetime of the program. So when the program is alive, the variable would be available. They are declared anywhere in the program outside all of the functions or blocks. So anywhere you can declare. So let's start the code one by one and understand. The first line is global variable, which is a comment. After that, we have written global equals to 5, which means your global variable is equal to 5. Then we have written global variable accessed from within a function. Now, writing display equals to function, which means display is my variable or a function variable. And within display function, I have written print global. So here you can see that global variable has been declared outside the function display, but it is called in the function display. And then after closing the parenthesis, I'm calling the function display. You can see over here, display is called. After that, I am changing the value of global variable, which has been changed from 5 to 10. You can see global equals to 10. And now again I'm calling the function display. So in parallel, you can see the output also. For the first calling of the display function, the output is 5. And then the second calling of the display function, the output is 10. So you can see 5, and then the global value is changed to 10 and display becomes 10. So the first was 5, then it is displayed. The second global is 10 and then it is displayed. So you can see the difference now. Global variable is at the top, which is stored as 5. And then it was called in a function within a block. Because it is a global function, it was just called. It was not declared inside the function. It was just called with the print command, which is print global. Which means the function, when I call the function is just doing one line job, that is printing the variable global. It is displaying 5, then global is changed to 10, and then it is displaying 10. So this is how that global variable has been changed also within the code. Again, I can make it global equals to 20 and again display. So you will find the output will become 20. Likewise, I make global equals to some other thing. For example, global equals to x plus y. Let x plus y be something. So I write global equals to x plus y and again display. So you will see it will print the computation, or I say global equals to pi r square. So in that case, global will print the area of a circle. So like that, I can use the global variable n number of times within multiple functions or within a function. The only thing is that I have to keep a track that what that value is and for how I'm using that variable. That much sense I should have. Otherwise, I can use this variable any number of times. By just creating one variable, I can very easily call it at different locations and print it, and I can use that variable. Now, let's have a look of creating an object in R. Understand the concept of creating an object in R. What is the concept of object? Now, we all are talking about equal to, operator, variable, and data types. Now understand what is an object. So you can create an object with the help of the equal to sign. Here you can see the assigning value to an object. Distance kilometer is equal to 134, and then I'm printing the value stored in the object distance kilometer. So this is little bit of output which I'm showing you on the screen, that how it appears on the screen. And you can see distance kilometer. The moment I write distance kilometer, this will print the value stored in that variable. So I have actually created an object which is a numeric value. Now let's understand some basic data types in R. We have to understand that what are the various data types which are available in R and how can we have all the types of data. So the first one is numeric. It is set of all real numbers. For example, x equals to 5.6. So numeric is basically set of all real numbers and we call it numeric. Next is integer. It is set of all integers, which is also denoted by Z. When I have to declare an integer, we append by L suffix. So if 5 is an integer, I will say y equals to 5, L. So 5L means integer. So why I write L for integer? I'll write L for integer because otherwise it will go into the numeric value. It can be 5.0. So 5.0 and 5 are also same. So for that reason, integer is denoted by appending or suffixing the number with L. Third one is the logical data type. We all know that variables can hold true or false. So logical output is what? True or false. So the sample value over here is x is 4 and y is 3. So I can always compare x and y, comparing the two values. So how I'm doing? I'm writing z equals to x greater than y. So what I'm doing over here, I'm comparing if x is greater than y. So in this case, x is 4 and y is 3. So you can see 4 is greater than 3. So which becomes true. So z is a variable which will be holding a value true. So you can say how nicely I'm holding a conditions output into a variable z. So mainly x is greater than y, I'm storing the outcome of this condition which is true into the variable z. Likewise, I have the fourth one which is complex. So complex is what? It is a set of complex numbers. You can say set of complex numbers where I can write x equals to 4 plus 3i. So basically 4 plus 3i, this is how also I can store the value. So whatever is the computation of 4 plus 3i, that would be stored into the variable x. So you can see I'm assigning a complex value to a variable x. Next, we have character ABC at the rate hash $123. So here, this is what any piece of text, if it is enclosed in double quotes, it is called as a character data type. So anything in a double quotes becomes a character. So if I say 1, 1 is a numeric value, but quotes 1 is a character value. Likewise, quotes 2 is a character value. So here in this, you can see char is a variable name and it has been equated to R programming. So what I have written, the data type of R programming over here is char. So that is how these are the basic data types, 5 types of data types, through which we can store different values, different types of data into the variables.